Hello viewers, you are welcome. Let's solve this beautiful Olympiad problem. Okay, so now I believe if I ask some of you to do this, so this is what you are going to do. You are going to have root 3 root x, then we take this x to the other side, we're going to have 2 minus x. Okay, then you divide both sides by 3, divide both sides by 3. This one we cancel this, we're going to have root x equals 2 minus x over 3. Then you square the both sides like this. This we cancel this, this we cancel this, we have s equals. Now you're now going to do expansion here, right? So now definitely you are right, you are going to get, but I don't want us to go through that step. So by doing that, I'm going to be showing you the shortest way and easy way, so to avoid this expansion, too much expansions. Okay, so now I want you to look at what I'm going to do for you now. So now from here, so let root x be y, and if root x is y here, it means that x is going to be y squared. So now, because we might be erasing our board, so I want you to put this one down somewhere, because we are going to be using these substitutions, okay, in the last thing we're going to do. So I want you to put this substitution down somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to put it somewhere too. So I believe you've done that. Please take note of that. These two substitution, write it somewhere. Okay, now let's move. So now we are going to do replacements. So we have 3. This root x has been said to be y. We have y plus x has been said to be y squared. We have y squared. Then equals what? Equals 2. So now we have this. We can rewrite this equation like y squared plus 3y. Then we transpose this 2 to the left hand side. We have minus 2 equals 0. So now this is what quadratic equation. So this is very easy to solve, but we are going to use quadratic formula, okay, in finding the value of y here. So therefore the constant coefficient of y squared is 1, for y is plus 3, and for the constant term is what? Is minus 2. So we are going to have y equals the quadratic formula now. So we have this quadratic formula, then we have already given this constant, so we have y equals. So now minus, the b is 3, we put the 3 plus or minus, then the square root of b squared is 3 squared minus 4 times a is 1, okay, then c is minus 2, then divided by 2 times 1. So we have y to be equals, we have minus 3 plus or minus, then 3 squared is 9, then we have 9 minus 4 times minus 2, we're going to have plus 8, then divided by 2. Okay, so I believe you're with me. So now move on, we are going to move on. So moving on, so we are going to have y to be equals minus 3 plus or minus 9 plus 8, that's going to give us root 17, then divided by 2. So now what's the next thing we're going to do? Now what we did the other time, we need to recall that what I said is, should take note that root x is equals to y. So now for root x to be y, it shows that y will always be greater than 0. I get now, y will always be greater than 0. Y will always be greater than 0. So for that, here we have the value of y to be 2. So we have the one with that is positive, and we have the one that is negative. So we're going to take the one with the positive alone. We have this, therefore y is going to be minus 3 plus root 17 all over 2. So now the negative one, we are going to what? We are going to neglect it. Okay, so the only one we are going to use is the one that is positive, because y must always be positive. All right, so now moving on, I'm going to clean this. So now, but don't forget that we have to, let me write our last expression, root 17 then over 2. This is the, for y greater than 0 is this. But which you recall again, what I ask you to jot down or take note, recall that y x, because is what we are looking for, is equals x equals to what? Minus 3, sorry, x equals y squared. Now if x is y squared, we're going to have x to be equals, what's the value of y? Use the value of y here. We're going to have minus 3 plus root 17 all over what? All over 2 all squared. Are you getting it now? So the next thing for us is to find the square of this. So we're going to have x equals, now so simple. So square this, we're going to have 4. Then also here we have root 17 minus 3. You can write it like that and put the square here. So this can be split as root 17 minus 3, okay, root 17 plus 3, sorry, minus 3, then all over what? All over 4. Now we're going to have x to be equals root 17 times root 17, root a multiplied by root a, this is going to be a. So now root 17 times root 17 is going to be 17. So therefore we're going to have this times this, we're going to have 17. Root 17 times this, we're going to have minus 3 root 17. Minus 3 times this, we're going to have minus 3 root 17. Then minus 3 times minus, we're going to have plus 9 all over 4. So we have x to be equals, now 17 plus 9. 17 plus 9, we have 26 minus 6 root 17 all over 4. Are you following? So the HCF we can have is what? Is 2, 13 minus 3 root 17, then divided by what? Divided by 4. So now from here we are going to have x equals 2 here, 2 here, 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So we're going to have 13 minus 3 root 17 all over 2. Okay, and that is the solution. You know why? The reason why we use this method is because so you are going to get the valid solution directly using the conditions given to us from the beginning. Okay, and that's the reason why we have that. So now it's very easy to use this method so that you know the value without going to check again for the validity of the solutions. And that's the idea, that this method is very is the best to use. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done that before. Hit on the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we upload a new content. Thank you. Bye bye.